Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following four friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Entiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Step into the mystical world of Entiriath and follow as our party of dummies adventure across the lands. Talluk, half orc, half fighter, the Mystery, played by Taylor. The Eclarian Shadow, half elf ranger from the Eclarian Mountains, played by Seth. And Elirlok Bloodhair, a Harengon cleric, played by Joey. Last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam.
Welcome back to the show, Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies listeners. I just want to say on behalf of all of us, thank you so much for being here with us and listening to this show. And we are so happy that you have picked to listen to us. Please, if you're enjoying the show, take the time to go on your podcast app and give us a rating or a review. It really, really helps us. And check us out on Instagram at DNDN Dummies. We post a lot of screenshots, other content to help visualize the game here. On the last few episodes, our party, after losing their companion Bodyknock, who just disappeared, slipped out into the cover of darkness, out of the caves, and abandoned us, we ended up going back to the guild hall in Elirlok. Bushi introduced us to Elirlok Bloodhair, a Harengon cleric whose entire party had just been killed, another member of the Confluence Guild. We decided to take him with us back to the Kretoks village in the caves beneath the Copperstone Mountains. We head back into the Underdark, and we continue our mission looking for this creature that's been terrorizing the Kretoks and their village. Elirlok's keen hearing picks up a strange sound, a wailing, crying, almost humanoid type sound. However, there are two paths going in different directions. We can't exactly tell which way the sound is coming from. Shadow tosses out a rust ball of tricks, and it becomes a giant goat, which he sends down one path. Then we make a decision to head down the other path, and that is where we pick up here.
You can't really distinguish where it's coming from. If you put your ears right on the edge wall right here is really where you hear it the loudest.
Oh, boys. Somebody pick one. Flip a coin. What do y'all think?
So Shadow throws a fuzzball on the ground and a giant boar pops out.
Okay, giant boar time, baby.
Excuse me. What did you just do?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So Shadow slaps the boar on the butt and sends it down the west tunnel, listens to see if it gets eviscerated.
Okay, let me see here. Let me see how far that is. So it... and its hoof sounds just get quieter and quieter as it echoes down the tunnel. You can still hear it echoing a long ways away. I mean, we're talking, how long would it take to run 1,000 yards?
A little while.
Like a half a mile. I mean, you're talking minutes of running. And eventually it gets so far away you can't even really tell. You're not sure if he stopped because he just kept going forever, or maybe he did get eaten. You're not sure.
So Shadow looks at Talluk and says, "Looks like the west is safe. What do you say we head south?"
I follow your direction. I'm lost down there underground.
Let's go, Ears.
All right.
So Shadow heads south.
Okay, so you guys head south for a little ways. After a while, it's a pretty narrow corridor, but it seems to be going down a smidge, as well as south. The elevation seems to be lowering, and as you're going that way, you continue to hear these just awful noises, just like... Sometimes it almost sounds like crying. It's just these horrible, terrible sounds.
Can we tell if it's getting louder?
And it does seem to be getting louder the farther down the hallway that you go. So as you guys continue walking for a while, The sound gets louder and louder. With y'all's passive perceptions, I'm not even going to make y'all roll. Eventually, y'all get to a point where you see some dirt, or not some dirt, but rather rocks that appear to be some sort of cave-in. And this cave-in, it looks like it's fairly fresh, fairly new. But I'm sorry, I'll turn it over to you guys now. Y'all tell me what you're gonna do. The sound of the wailing is the loudest right here. As y'all walk past this, you can tell that it's kind of behind you.
We hear the noise on our right. I'm just gonna keep slowly walking forward.
So there's a cave in here?
Yeah, there appears to be a spot where the rocks have recently caved in. You can smell recently moved dirt and whatnot, and yeah.
So Shadow looks at Talluk and says, "This kind of seems like what Gold described, don't you think?"
Yeah, I kind of walk over towards it and get down on one knee. Can I do some kind of check and investigate it?
Yeah, you can do a investigation check.
So is it still passable?
So the passageway just continues on south, and it looks like there was maybe a little offshoot to the side. So Talluk at 12 is good enough to know this. It looks like there was a little offshoot. Maybe it opened into another cavern or another passageway. You're not quite sure, but that seems to be what is caved in.
And the sounds are coming from that direction?
Indeed. Shadow, now that you're this close to it, you're catching little pieces of words crying out in giant curses and nonsensical things like "get out, go away," things like that. But they're interspersed with these maniacal rumblings and groanings, like a toddler who's just freakishly upset and unable to express themselves.
Guys, this may be a problem. Can we see any way to get through the cave-in?
Yeah, why don't you make me a investigation check?
17.
After looking at the cave-in for a little bit, it looks like there's a spot up top that you could probably dig away a little bit of the smaller rubble and squeeze in.
So Shadow turns to Elirlok and says, "You know what, buddy? I think this is going to benefit you a lot more than it benefits me." And he hands over the drift globe.
I received said drift globe.
Okay, so it's following you now.
I appreciate
I
it.
removed it from my inventory.
I was definitely struggling to see, without a doubt.
You're welcome. Shadow scurries up the dirt and peers through to see if he can see anything through the hole.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception check into the hole.
21.
Yeah, don't move your mini in there, but you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, so 21. So yeah, so you get a good glimpse in there. How far is your dark sight?
60.
Okay, so you get a good feel of a room that there's a passageway, maybe 15 feet wide or so, that goes in for about 40, 50 feet, and then it opens up into a larger cavern. A lot of stalagmites and stuff. And you catch a glimpse of some hulking creature just clomping around in there, and it just backhands a stalagmite and sends it flying. So you catch a little glance, and it kind of whips its head towards you a little bit when you disturb some of the rocks, and you see this big glowing orange eye, and then it just keeps wailing.
So as Shadow's adventures in the Giant Lands, does he know what this is?
Make me a check with advantage. What kind of check? That's a good question, Sam. You should know what kind of check he should make. Either a history or a nature check, either one.
No goodie. Ah!
What's
10.
your total? 10. You have definitely never encountered one of these in the mountains because you're quite certain that this is not any kind of mountain giant. This is some sort of depth-dwelling giant, some sort of cave monster.
It's big. Real big. And angry. So in giant, Shadow yells out, "Hello, friend!"
It whips its head around and pokes its head around this corner. And is like, "Friend!" And just starts and kind of comes up to the top where you're poking your head through, and it pokes this big orange eye up into it. It says, "Friend, help, friend."
Yeah. Yes, I can help you. Are you in trouble? And giant.
Trapped! And he starts banging the ground, just smashing over and over again. And he starts to punch the wall. It kind of rattles the spot that you're looking through, opens up a little bit. But you can see it's got big boulders that have fallen all around. It wouldn't be easy for him to crawl through. It's just the little gaps at the top that a small or a medium creature could squeeze through.
So Shadow says, Can you stay still and wait for a few moments?
No, wait! Must get out! Gib must get out!
Okay, so Shadow leans back to where he thinks is safe enough distance, but still be seen, and says, guys, there's a
No, leave! No!
gigantic giant thing in here that really wants us to help him get out. He says he's in trouble and he's trapped. I told him I was a friend. What do y'all think?
You trust this thing? This monster?
That's my question.
Terrifying.
I mean, my tangle with the giants before has always ended interestingly.
I don't think this isn't anything like the picture on the bounty board that we're after. You think we should even bother with this? Let's keep going.
It's up to you guys. We leave him here and he gets out behind us. It'll be exciting.
What if, on our return, that we then address the issue?
I mean, I'm good with that. I don't know even what he is. He's not really a giant. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he is.
I mean, what could we even do? I'm gonna walk over to this wall and look at the boulders and stuff. Can I tell, like, is it movable at all with any kind of success?
Yeah, I mean, you think that you could start from the top down, and if you were strategic about it, you could probably get a space big enough that he could crawl out of without too much trouble. He's just not of sound mind enough to figure that out. At this point, he's smashing on the bottom of the wall, just hitting it over and over again with a club.
Well, I know you've got a soft spot for these giants. If you want to help this guy, I'm willing to start digging on these boulders. But if he does anything weird, I'm attacking his ass.
I mean, he may come out of there and dash all of our heads about these rocks.
I might bash his back.
Elirlok, what say you?
If you would like to pursue helping this creature, I would be willing to assist.
I think that's a yes. So Shadow sticks his head back in the hole and he says, "Are you my friend?"
He says, "Friend, yes. Gib, friend. You, friend. Help, Gib. Help, Gib. Help.
All right, I'm gonna scurry my way up to the top and start trying to move him from the top.
If y'all do not want to do this, please say so.
What
We've already agreed.
what do you want me to roll, Sam?
make me a straight, or actually make me an athletics check as you try to dig this stuff away.
22.
22, 21. Okay, so you guys are digging away. Elirlok, you helping them dig?
Yeah, I just
So you get a few pebbles, but Talluk and Shadow, y'all get together and get on one side of a big rock, and you shove it out of the way, and you make like a nice 5-foot opening in this thing. And just as you do, Gib says, "Yes, Gib friend, become Gib, become like me," and he tries to reach out to grab Talluk, and we're
Fucking
gonna need to roll
bitch.
initiative.
What a bitch.
Okay. I got 5.
You roll the 5.
Yep.
I rolled a 22.
Oh, he doesn't have any bonuses. He actually rolled less than you, Talluk.
Oh,
22.
great.
What about you, Mr. Bloodhair? Talluk, make me, or let me see. I'm going to roll a deception check for him, and I need you to make me an insight check to see if he gets attack on you.
Oh my God.
God.
Nat 1 minus 1, 0.
Literally a 0. Okay, so he rolls an 18. So he reaches out. So you're not ready for this. So I'm actually going to give him like a sneak round as he tries to grab you, and see if he can grab you with his hand. So that's going to be an athletics check against your athletics. It's a contested check. Can you make me a athletics check? And what is his? Oh man, he's got a really big bonus. Didn't roll very well though.
15.
Okay, his total is like an 8, even with his great bonus. Okay, so he just barely misses you as he tries to grab out, and you kind of knock his hand away. And Shadow, you rolled first on initiative.
Talluk, you okay?
Yeah, this big bastard tried to grab me, kill his ass.
And he's just like scrambling, trying to get a hold of Talluk.
Hey, stop. I thought we were friends.
Friends, yes! Be like Gib! Be friend!
Gib? Back up. What are you doing? I'm concerned. Can I shoot him in the eye?
Yes, so that'd be like a called shot, and you want to shoot him in the eye. You want to shoot him in his... So yeah, now that he's closer, you see he has one big glowing orange eye, and the other one's much more smaller and normal and doesn't look nearly as bulbous and hideous. I'm actually going to throw the art at you guys for this creature. So yeah, you can do a called shot. He'll have a much higher AC on it, but you can definitely do that.
Is he a beast or dragon?
No, he is a giant.
Okay. Nat 20!
There we
27.
freaking go. Okay, so you hit him in the eye. You have no idea how huge that is. You have no idea.
So that's going to be 15 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
You can say you cast Hunter's Mark before. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay. So that's another D6.
If it's like off your turn, that's one thing, but...
That was a 1.
Oh gosh, wasn't even worth the backup for.
And then gonna immediately loose another arrow right at his face.
Okay, just a normal attack.
Yeah, 11.
Normal AC. That misses his normal AC. Bounce off his thick hide. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to roll a d4.
Okay.
And that is how many turns he cannot use his special abilities associated with his eye. And it's a 4.
All right, let's
Hell
go.
All right. So I'm going to set that up here. I got my big fat d4. I'm going to set this up in front of me as a 4 for right now. And then I'll turn it down 1 each turn. Okay.
Describe the opening as it is currently.
So it's about a 5-foot tall opening. You believe that you got it big enough that he could get through it, but he would have to squeeze mechanically to get through it. And you guys can pass through it freely. Just have to duck your head in.
Okay.
And you would kind of be up here next to Talluk because y'all were both pushing a rock off.
And where is he in relation to the opening?
He's like trying to reach through it, and you shot him in the eye as he's like shoving his whole hand and face through the opening.
I'm gonna hold position. All right, that's it for me.
All right, Elirlok, you were kind of up here working on the other side,
Yeah.
so you don't really have a direct line of sight to him.
Right.
I know that's kind of hard to see on this, but
I will reach over and touch. Who's this next to me? Shadow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach over and touch Shadow and give him Blessing of the Trickster.
what does that do?
As an action, you touch a willing creature other than yourself to give it advantage on dex. That's stealth. Checks for 1 hour. That's stealth. That's not what I wanted. But I have a thing. Where's the thing? Did I not take the thing? Hold on.
There's a couple
Guidance.
spells.
Guidance
So
is what I wanna
guidance
do.
gives
So sorry.
you a bonus on checks, I think.
Yeah, ability check of
But
choice.
not. Yeah, but not attacks and saves. Those are different. Okay. All right, so you're gonna give him a guidance cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can add a D4 to an ability check, not an attack roll.
Okay.
And I guess that's it. There's not
Okay.
really space to operate, you know.
No, it is tight.
Yeah. So that's it.
I just got a sweet screenshot looking through here at
Nice.
this guy. All right, Talluk, your turn then. This guy just tried to get you.
All right, so I'm standing up in this opening. How far back is he from me?
I mean, he's right in your face. He
Okay.
moved
His
back
face is
a
like
foot or
up-
two,
Okay.
but yeah, he was trying to grab you, and he got shot in the eye.
All right, I'm gonna do something crazy. After our druid fight, when we had some downtime, I worked on a new skill. I took Great Weapon Master, so I'm gonna do a -5 to my hit roll to add a +10 to the damage, and take a swing at him.
Hey,
Come on. Oh, okay, 15 to hit.
that hits. Bring on
Let's
the big
go.
damage.
All right. So I rolled an 11 plus 10, so that's 21 damage, and then I'm gonna roll my necrotic d8,
Yep.
and it's an 8. 29 total damage with the first swing.
9. Wow.
I'm not gonna
He's still
press
up.
my
He's a
luck
chonky
and try
boy.
it again. I'm just gonna take another regular swing. Can I?
Now, does it work
try
that way,
and-
or do you turn it on for the turn?
Oh, I have no idea. Let me see. Let me look.
Yeah.
It says.
Before you make a melee attack. Okay, so yep, you can do it per turn. Yep, so you can turn it off.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off. I don't want to press my luck too much. Alright, I'm taking another swing. Ah, I should have done the thing. Okay, 23 to hit.
Oh, you should have.
I did 9 regular damage plus 7 necrotic damage. Seems
Alright.
More. And I will end my turn. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna take a bonus action to use a superiority die. This is my new maneuver called Rally. I get to use a bonus action and expend 1 superiority die to add HP to the person next to me. That I can
Oh,
see.
cool. And it's equal to your superiority die?
+2. I'm I'm gonna add temporary HP to Shadow next to me. I'm gonna add. Yes, I got an 8. You get 10 temp HP.
That's
All right,
epic.
let's go.
So I give you like a little pat on the back and like a encouragement.
I'm all
Yeah,
kinds of
like a
buffed
little-
up right now.
Commander. Yeah, I know, right? And it's a good thing because he is going to. You just shot him in the eye, so he is going to make 2 attacks. The first one is going to be an attack to try to grab you. So I need you to make me a contested athletics check or acrobatics, whatever you want.
He can see me? What a butt.
Well, he has another eye. It's just not as creepy and scary.
28.
28.
Oh no, I
man.
have to roll a d4, huh?
What?
Yeah, you don't just
I have
add
to roll
4.
a d4.
Yeah.
It's 24 plus 1, 25.
20, I mean, that's. I don't know why I waited for you to do that. Because, I mean, you crushed him. So he tries to grab you and he fails. And so he reaches and he goes to swing at you with his great club. He's had it. Oh, shit. His bonus is scary. Okay, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
So, what's his damage? Okay. Uh-oh. He does 27 damage as he just smashes you up against the wall with this great club.
Ooh.
And he's like, not friend! Not Gibbs friend!
That was scary.
It's your turn, Shadow.
Okay, does he have the condition blinded?
In one eye, that's...
Does he have
Was
2
it-
eyes?
Yeah, he has 2 eyes. One of them is just normal, and one of them is a big, juicy, terrifying orange thing that you shot.
Oh, the way you're describing it, I thought he only had 1. My bad. That's
No,
fine.
no, he has 2 eyes, but one of them is much weirder looking.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent the art in, so you can see it's like he's doing a rock,
I see.
a Dwayne Johnson pose, giving you an eyebrow
Okay.
lift with one of his eyes at all times.
So he just absolutely eviscerated me.
Just clubbed the shizzle nizzle out of you.
I'm swinging on him.
Okay,
22.
22 will hit.
That'll be 21 damage.
Snap. Okay.
Is he surrounded, or is Elirlok out of the way too much?
Elirlok's 2 out of the way.
Okay. Nat 20!
Damn. That's your second nat 20 against this guy. Y'all are
Yep.
wrecking this guy.
Too bad I didn't have that with Colossus Slayer. Unfortunate.
Oh yeah, you get to roll that again too.
That'll be 26 plus 3, 29.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm going to go ahead and slap him in the face with the butt of my glaive, too.
Oh my
That'll be
God.
a 19, modified 25. Does that get Hunter's Mark?
Yes. Yeah, that gets Hunter's Mark. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Hold on.
I need you to make a big gnarly
Oh, yeah.
save because it was over 20, so it'll be half of the damage. How
So
much
what do
damage
I
did
roll?
he do to you? Here, I've got the damage. I haven't changed the dice here, so I can
He
double
did
check
27
the damage.
damage.
27 damage. So it'll be a DC 13 Constitution saving throw
And what is this for?
to keep his Hunter's Mark up because it's a concentration check and he got hit.
20.
Gotcha.
Okay, all right. So you're good. So yeah, Hunter's Mark applies to all these.
Do I re-roll the ones on these?
Yeah, I think so. It's a great weapon, even though it
Oh.
weirdly has a small die, and that's not the intention.
Okay, so that'll be an additional 8 damage.
Additional 8. Nothing to sneeze at.
I don't know how much damage I just did, but I feel like it was a lot.
It was like over 60 for sure.
And that's all for Shadow.
Wow. Okay.
Put it on him.
You put a number on him. He's hurting. Elirlok, what you got?
If I were to get off of this collapsed wall and get down on the ground, would I be able to see him?
Yeah. If you slide back to the, opposite side of the wall here, you could look up and see him.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And that's a dex save of 14.
All right. Let's see. He fails it miserably.
Okay. And that is 11 damage to him.
All right. Not bad. Not bad for Cantrippy.
Yeah. And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. All right. All right. Talluk, what are you doing? You got this guy in your face still, but he's pretty hurt after that last hit. He's definitely hurt.
Would I be able to hit his big gnarly eye?
His big gnarly eye still has an arrow in it.
Okay.
Well, he ripped the arrow out, but you know that sucker's still not
Sorry.
working. He hasn't opened it yet. It's closed. So only his little eye is open right now.
I'll just take a slash across his face.
All right. Try
I
to
got a
slash
24
him.
to hit.
Dad gum, son.
Let's go.
It's 10 regular damage plus 2 necrotic.
Whew, this guy's on his last leg, man.
Alright, I'm going to take one more attack at him then. And I'm going to use the Great Weapon Fighter again and take the -5 to the hit. Try and finish him
All
off.
right. Try to finish him. All right.
Here we go. Yes! 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
It's a 27 roll. So that's 19 regular damage plus 1 necrotic. It's 20 total.
Tell me how you end him.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo! So on the second swing, I do like a little 360 no scope. I jump up in the air and swing across him because that, I took my extra AC thing, and so I swing across him, and as I slash him, this little tiny necrotic energy just pops up on his cheek where I hit him as he falls.
And he just tumbles backwards into the cavern.
Shadow's like, you big dumb idiot, and crawls through the hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl through the whole bond Shadow
Okay.
into this cavern.
Yeah.
And Shadow starts searching the body.
So you search around on this guy, and he doesn't have much on his person. He's got a massive great club. I mean, just like freakishly huge. He doesn't have like a pouch with coin or in it or anything like that. He seemed unwell. He's got just like rags hanging off of him.
Can we tell how long he's been down here?
Yeah, why don't you make me a survival check to
Okay.
check out, his body and what's going
13.
on around here.
I got a 11.
Okay, so you guys are checking him out. You don't know exactly what he is still, but he seems really scrawny, and you're not sure if that's just what he always looks like, being a cave beast like this, and there's just not much down here. But he seems pretty thin. But then you'll take a peek around the room, and there's defecation all over the place.
Mhm.
Like he's been here for quite a while.
Defecation, no breathing.
What kind
Hold
of
your
giant
breath.
is this, Shadow?
A bitch.
What's
He's a
wrong
bitch,
with him?
a bitch giant. What's wrong with
Think
him? He's
he-
been trapped in this hole for long enough to. That thing's scrawny as hell. I think he's been here a long time.
He's deranged, huh?
There's defecation in here. Is
Strange.
there any sign of any other living creatures fighting? Small creatures?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a nature check and see, or a survival check would also work.
13.
13. So you look around and you don't find any other living creatures in here, and you don't even really find any bones or anything. If you take a little while to kind of kick through some of the refuse heaps, defecation piles, you find a few small bones in them, but you're not sure if that's something that he ate before he came in, or if it's something that he ate in here, or what?
Can Shadow perceive any other passageways in or out of here?
Yeah, let's just roll over your previous survival check. What was your previous survival check? Say 13. Yeah, you don't find any other entrances or anything in here. It appears to be like a bit of a dead end, but there does seem to be some evidence that there might have been another cave-in on the west side as well. But it's not fresh like this one. It looks like it would have been a long time ago, but you get the impression that there might be another passageway out the other side.
What about our noises? Are we hearing our original strange noises anymore, or are they gone?
No, you're quite confident that this guy was the source of the sounds that you were hearing. One thing that you do find as you're looking around this guy and pulling up his robes and cloaks, you find a familiar looking sling bag, satchel, that looks very similar to the one that Talluk has slung around him.
Shadow plucks it off the body and opens it up.
Okay, so within this bag of holding are a few things. There is some arrows in here. There are 5 arrows in here that are exuding a very strong magical essence. You don't need to make a check on them. They're +3 magical arrows.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Damn.
There is a potion of supreme healing.
Ooh. We know that's valuable.
And there is a little bit of gold and platinum in here. There is 95 gold and 28 platinum.
Oh.
Yeah, nice little find on the gold front. And yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna take all of the gold, the 98 gold, and I put it in my bag, and I look at Elirlok, and I'm like, you understand, right? I mean, you're new. We don't really know you that well. I mean, no offense.
No hard feeling.
But I let Shadow take the platinum.
You also make sure you have the bag of holding.
So Shadow puts the bag of holding on and then takes it off, and he pulls the arrows out, and he hands the bag of holding containing the platinum to Elirlok and says, "Here you go, buddy. You want to carry this thing?
Yeah, I'll carry it.
It's all yours."
What about the potion?
Oh, Talluk, you better take this potion with you.
It's a supreme potion.
I catch the potion, add it to my inventory. Okay, if you'll remember from our last session, I had grabbed 2 of those poison mushrooms and put them in my bag.
Yes.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab one of these magic mushrooms. Alright guys, I think we're at a dead end. Before anybody can stop me, I just pop another one in my mouth.
Shadow's mouth is just hanging open like, motherfucker, did it again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
So while Talluk's doing that, Shadow goes, Hey, Elirlok, can I get some of them warm and friendlies?
Warm and friendly, as you say.
Yeah, that guy hits hard.
I'm going
Or hit
to
hard, I should say.
run up to him slowly in a walking pace
Run up to him slowly at a walking pace. I love it.
and cast Cure Wounds, first level for
Okay.
oh my god, math, 11 damage or health.
11 damage as he just rips out your heart with his magical essence.
Oh my. Thank
Talluk,
you. Thanks,
take
bud.
it, and you're like, these damn shrooms. They're not giving me anything more than a tingly tongue now.
Oh, give me one. And Shadow plucks it out of the other one out of Talluk's hand and pops it in his mouth.
Okay, make me a con save.
13.
13. So, yeah, your head starts to fuzz a little bit and gets a little bit numb and woozy. And I'll say, pretty much all of your short rest, Talluk was poisoned and not feeling well. It took like a full hour for him to recover from it. And as you process through this thing, it's just like gives you a pounding headache almost immediately. And you start to feel a little bit tingly your extremities. But you're definitely not seeing visions. You just see a half orc and a herring gone looking at you.
Shadow's like, what the fuck, Talluk? Why are you eating these things? That is the worst shit I've ever tasted, and now I feel like death.
Yeah, and you're mechanically poisoned for an hour.
I'm telling you, the first time I ate one, it showed me this creature that I think we're after. I'm trying to figure out where the hell it is.
My
But I haven't
God,
seen it again.
what a terrible idea.
After observing multiple activities of consuming these strange mushrooms, I'm going to take the one that I picked up at the end of our last session, promptly take it out of my bag, and junk it into the dark.
Just toss it over into a dark corner.
Do I see him? Do I see him do that?
Oh, make me a stealth check. Elirlok.
This is absurd.
Don't worry, he's got a terrible passive perception. What's your passive? Plus a 9? No, you do not see it. Talluk misses
Fuck. I'm like, I look at him and I go over to him and I grab him by the shirt collar and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You just threw that away? All right.
Ears, you hear anything?
I stand there and kind of try to quiet the cave noises.
Yeah, so there's drips of water here and there and echoing sounds every now and then, but for the most part, it's pretty quiet.
Quiet as a cave.
Should we go back out to the main hallway or look around in here more?
Well, this is going down. Do you think we need to go down or up?
Down makes sense to me.
What do you think, Elirlok?
Down seems to make sense.
So the party continues to head down.
Okay, so you guys head south for a ways. After a little ways, about an hour of walking, you come to a intersection, and a path continues the way you're going, pretty much, kind of straight. But then there's another path that connects on your right, so that would be the west side, and it heads back up kind of northwest-ish, and it appears to go back up in elevation. This whole time you've been going down a pretty good amount before you reach this intersection.
One passage up?
Yeah, and it kind of goes back up to your, behind you and to the right, back northwest.
Well, we've come this far, guys. What do you think?
What if I know? We see any evidence of anything? Footprints? Anything?
Make me a survival check.
14. No, 11.
11.
And y'all could... This is definitely an opportunity where you could use guidance if you wanted to, Elirlok,
Okay.
on these guys.
I will have casted guidance.
Yeah, so y'all can both add a d4, because that's a cantrip,
Okay.
so he can just, take his turn. And...
13.
Alright,
14 for me.
14. Okay, so y'all are looking around, and Talluk, you spot some footprints. Shadow, actually, roll with advantage, sorry.
Less.
Okay. You'll find some footprints of some very large footprints headed back up to where you guys came from, and they appear to be headed further south, deeper. into the mountain and into the darkness.
I think I see some footprints, guys. If y'all want to go this way.
Yeah.
It's the only thing we have.
What's on top of the mountain above us again? Isn't that where those mountain giants lived?
Yeah, stone giants.
How tall is this hallway?
Oh, I mean, 15 feet tall, 10 feet tall, depending on what section you're in.
I think we're way underground still, Shadow, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, y'all are, I mean,
Okay.
miles underground as far as the mountain's concerned. And you're pretty sure you've been continuing kind of along the path of the mountain. So you'd still be, you know, if you were able to ascend like Link in Tears of the Kingdom, then you'd go all the way to the crest of the mountain, you think. All right, so y'all are continuing southwards?
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there.
Okay.
You guys are wild.
Wild?
Wild.
Wild.
Savage.
Are we?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Do some
The
damage.
amount of bodies that fell and the amount of damage that was dealt.
Oh, yeah, they're both high damage dealers.
That was fun.
Body Knock's a high damage dealer, too.
Yeah, he was. Did a sniper.
But now we got some healing too.
Support, yeah.
Love it.
To be continued on the next episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies. Find out what happens to our party next week.